Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayana Namaskrityam
Narayana Namaskrityam
Naram Jaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Mudiraye
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nashtapraya Sibhadresu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavati Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttama Sloke
Bhagavati Uttama Sloke
Bhaktin Bhavadirnaistiti
Bhaktin Bhavati Nastiki
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devagi Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Vindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 18, text number 43. 1:18:43. This is the continuation of the chapter Mahārāja Parīkṣit cursed by the Brahmana boy. Okay, please repeat behind me. Alakṣyamāṇe nara-deva-nāmni
alakṣyamāṇe nara-deva-nāmni
rathāṅga-pāṇāv ayam aṅga lokaḥ
rathāṅga-pāṇāv ayam aṅga lokaḥ
tadā caura-pracuro vinaṅkṣyaty
tarahi caura-pracuro vinaṅkṣyaty
arakṣyamāṇo vivarūthavat kṣaṇāt
arakṣyamāṇo vivarūthavat.
Word by word meaning. Please repeat behind me. Alakṣyamāṇe,
alakṣyamāṇe
being abolished.
being abolished.
nara-deva-nāmni, monarchical.
monarchical.
Nāmni, of the name. rathāṅga-pāṇāv,
rathāṅga-pāṇāv,
the representative of Lord.
the representative of the Lord.
Ayam, this. Aṅga,
aṅga,
oh my boy.
oh my God.
Lokaḥ,
lokaḥ,
this world.
this world.
tadā, at once. caura, thieves. pracuro, too much. vinaṅkṣyaty, vanquishes. arakṣyamāṇah, being not protected. vivarūthavat, like lambs. kṣaṇāt, at once. Translation and purport by Saving Grace Abhay Charana with the AC Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. My dear boy, the Lord who carries the wheel of a chariot is represented by the monarchical regime. And when this regime is abolished, the whole world become filled with thieves, who then at once vanquished the unprotected subjects like scattered lambs. Purport. According to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, the monarchical regime represents the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead. The king is said to be the representative of Absolute Personality of Godhead because he is trained to acquire the qualities of God to protect the living beings. The Battle of Kurukṣetra was planned by the Lord to establish the real representative of the Lord, Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira, an ideal king thoroughly trained by culture and devotional service with a martial spirit makes a perfect king. Such a personal monarchy is far better than the so-called democracy of no training and responsibility. The thieves and rogues of modern democracy seek election by misrepresentation of votes, and the successful rogues and thieves devour the mass of population. One trained monarch is far better than hundreds of useless ministerial rogues, and it is hinted herein that by abolition of the monarchical regime like that of Mahārāja Parīkṣit, the mass of people become open to many attacks of the age of Kali. They are never happy in an overlay advertised forms of democracy. The result of such a kindless administration is described in the following verses. This. Hare Krishna. So here, again, the Shringi, the boy, Brahmana boy, he was explaining this to what happened, how he cursed the Parīkṣit Maharaj. He is explaining to his father, Samika Rishi. Then here also the Samika Rishi is saying that he is talking about the monarchical regime. So monarchical regime means that is there's a perfect way of ruling the world. So during that time, before Parīkṣit Maharaj, Yudhiṣṭhira was ruling the world. The Pandavas were ruling the world. So during that Kurukṣetra war time, that time the Dwaraka, the king, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, he was the king of Dwaraka. That time he came over here to Hastinapura and to support Pandavas to the Battle of Kurukṣetra war. Okay, while supporting, when Krishna came to support, that time Pandavas and Kauravas, they approached the king, Krishna, because Krishna is the king, a great king during that time. He is a Kshatriya that time. And Pandavas and the Kauravas, they approached, both of them approached. And Krishna told, I have my Sena, my entire army is there, and myself is there. So if you want entire army, you can take it, or if you can take me. And he put one condition. If you take me, I won't take any weapons. I won't do fight in the war. This is happening during the Kurukṣetra war, before the Kurukṣetra war. I won't take any weapon. I won't fight, but I will be with you. So it is your choice, like that. In front of Kauravas and Pandavas, Duryodhana and Arjuna, both of them were there. That time he was asking. Then Duryodhana actively, because he came first, so his turn is, he said, I came first, so I need to select either of the one first. So Duryodhana immediately selected, I need your army. Yes, he thought he got a calculation that what I can do with Krishna, he is not ready to fight also, and there is no army also. He is alone. What he can do with me without fighting? So it's better to take his army so that I can win the war. So that is his mentality. That is the demonic mentality to conquer the war. And also, even though the Lord multiple times he represented, he showed his superiorness to the both Pandavas and Kauravas. Pandavas understood that he is a supreme personality of Godhead, but the Kauravas, they had their ego. Because of that, they are not ready to accept the supremacy of the Lord that time. And the Virat Rupa, before showing the Virat Rupa to Arjuna, the Lord showed the Virat Rupa to Kauravas, to Duryodhana and all. But still, they're not ready to accept the supremacy of the Lord, the power of the Lord. Not ready to, because they thought that they can win the war. And when the war happened, during the war, anyway, Lord is not ready to take the weapon. So Lord was, what position he took? He took the position of Arjuna's chariot. So the Arjuna's chariot driver is not a simple task. It is a very lower task actually. Why it is a lower task? Because when the chariot is going, when he rides the chariot in the war field, there is no time to ask the driver to go here and there. So the person who is behind the chariot, what he will do? He will, using his leg, he will touch his back, shoulder. So the legs, the Arjuna, not only Arjuna, anybody who is in the war field, the drivers who is in the chariot driver, he will ride the chariot. The person who is behind him, he will first he will concentrate on the war field. So in that time, there is no time to inform the driver that go right, go left, stop here. There is no kind of. So it is everything through his leg only he will do. So his legs, he will put his leg on the right shoulder, means the driver need to take the right side. The leg he need to put, if you put the leg on the left side, the driver need to take it to the left side. So this way, the chariot driver is to get the kicks of the person who is behind the chariot, who is sitting on the chariot. So Krishna took up that position also. So if you imagine that, so he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because for these devotees, he is ready to take the lower position and ready to get the kicks of Arjuna also. So Lord came into that level. Why? Because Lord wanted to establish the real representative of the Lord. So who is the real representative of the Lord? That was Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira was the real representatives. So he wanted to re-establish the Dharma there. So to remove this Kauravas, and he wanted to put Pandavas there. That's the reason Lord is ready to take any lower level to menial servant also. He took the position of menial servant and served the devotees. Because that is the exemplary way Lord lived. He showed the exemplary way. So there is no position is high or low. That's what Lord wanted to show to us. And another thing is, here it's mentioned that Lord is mentioned that the Shamik Rishi is saying that, my dear boy, the Lord who carries the wheel of a chariot. So who carries the wheel of the chariot? That means in the war, he already declared that before the war, I won't take any weapon. But during that war, Bhishmadev, the Duryodhana asked the Bhishmadev, see, 10 days is over, but still nothing is happening. Those Pandavas are getting strong. So we are unable to conquer them. So when you are going to kill those Pandavas, that's what he asked Bhishma. So the Bhishmadev immediately he got yes, he is a Kshatriya, right? So Bhishmadev immediately, then Duryodhana means he was saying to this Bhishmadev that, see, because of your relationship with the Pandavas, since they are your grandparents, your grandchildren, you are having the soft corner with them. You are not killing them. That's what he told to Bhishmadev. So Bhishmadev is following Dharma always, and he never tell any lie also. So that because of that, what he told, he took 5 arrows in his hands, and he told, okay, tomorrow this 5 arrows going to kill 5 Pandavas. Like that he told to Duryodhana. Then Duryodhana, he thought, okay, since Bhishmadev is the grandfather for both the sides, Kauravas and Pandavas, in the night there may be a chance that he may change his mind and he may stop to kill the Pandavas. He may decide to not to kill the Pandavas. So what he said, okay, you give those 5 arrows to me. Tomorrow in the war field, I will give it to you. Then you kill the Pandavas. That's what Duryodhana told to Bhishmadev. Then Bhishmadev he laughed and he gave the 5 arrows to him. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, understood that, okay, this person gave the 5 arrows. So Bhishmadev told means definitely it will happen, because he is following the Dharma, and whatever the words he is telling, definitely he will make it. So that's the reason immediately he rushed to, he called all the Pandavas. Okay, come here. See, Bhishmadev, he promised to Duryodhana that he's going to kill all Pandavas tomorrow. He gave the arrow. He made the arrows also ready for that. So let us go and speak with Bhishmadev, and we can at any cost we have to stop it. Otherwise, you all will die. Like that, he told to Pandavas. But since Pandavas, they had their own ego, they said, okay, how can they kill us? We will fight and we will see. Because all are Kshatriyas. So they are not ready to hear Krishna. Then Krishna alone went and he spoke with Duryodhana. Earlier, Duryodhana gave the one time he saved by the Lord and the Pandavas. That time he gave the promise that he will kill. There is a benediction he gave. If you whatever you ask, I will do, like that. So this time they wanted to use that benediction. Then Krishna told, now we are going to use that. So you give that 5 arrows to me now. Like that, he asked that previous day night. Then Duryodhana gave the 5 arrows to Krishna, and the next day they are unable to kill the 5 Pandavas because there is no arrows as per the discussion with Bhishmadev and Duryodhana. There is no arrow, so they are unable to kill. But Bhishmadev, he was a ferocious warrior, so he was throwing the arrows like anything. It's a flying kind of a rain. It is pouring the arrows towards Arjuna. So by seeing that, Krishna understood that it is Arjuna cannot sustain if in front of Bhishmadev, because Bhishmadev is a great warrior. So Arjuna cannot sustain in front of Bhishmadev. So if I leave this chance, he will die. Arjuna will be killed. So immediately what he said, during that time also, the whatever the Bhishmadev's arrow is going, sometimes the arrow will touch the Krishna's hands, Krishna's shoulders. It will pierce little, and the blood will come out from Krishna's body also. And Krishna, he wore only one chadar like this, and he was sitting on the chariot as a driver. So the situation is going beyond the control. Immediately, what he did, Krishna got angry on Bhishmadev, because Bhishmadev had he put a promise that Krishna told, I won't take any. Krishna's promise is, I won't take any weapon, and Bhishmadev promises, I will make you to take the weapon. Krishna, that's what Bhishmadev took the promise. So see, Krishna is for his devotees. Bhishmadev is a great devotee of Krishna. So in order to make his devotees' promise comes true, what he did, he was ready to take is going against his promise also. What he did, he jumped from the chariot and he took the chariot wheel. There was a broken chariot was there next to him, and he took one of the chariot wheel, and because Bhishmadev is not stopping his arrows towards Arjuna, so at any cost he has to stop this. Otherwise, Arjuna will be killed. So in order to protect Arjuna, and in order to whatever the words given by Bhishmadev, I will make you to take the weapon. So these are the two things he wanted to make it correct. So what he did, he took the chariot wheel and he run towards Bhishmadev to kill Bhishmadev. And Arjuna was afraid. Arjuna was begging Krishna, but Krishna, what you did, you promised that not to take any weapon and you will not fight. But what you are doing, you are taking the chariot wheel and going against Bhishmadev to kill. And that way, then Bhishmadev, by seeing Krishna jump from the chariot and he is coming towards Bhishmadev and with the wheel, Bhishmadev got happy, because by the hands of the Lord I am going to kill. I'm going to die in the hands of the Lord. So I am ready to die. So immediately Bhishmadev threw his bow and arrow. He was ready to get the hit from the Lord. Then Arjuna jumped and he fell on the Lord's feet. Okay, please don't kill Bhishmadev, because you promised not to kill. Then Bhishmadev happily he said, see, I made you to take the weapon here. That is my promise. Whatever I promised, I made you to take the weapon. So Krishna also, and the other way, Krishna also successfully stopped Bhishmadev to throwing the arrows continuously. So these are the two situations. So here, so why specifically they are saying that the who carries the wheel of the chariot, because to represent the to remind the people that the chariot wheel, he took the chariot wheel, even though he promised not to take any weapon for his devotees, to save his devotees, he took the wheel. So it is more or less like a saving the who are the saving the praja in the kingdom. The king's role is he should protect the people. So here also the Lord, to protect the Pandavas, he broke his promise also. So the king should be like the exemplary way. The king Lord became an exemplary way how the king should be. So that's why it is a monarchical regime. So that's why he's saying that. So after the Kurukṣetra war completed and Lord left from this material world, disappeared from the material world, and Lord made this Yudhiṣṭhira as a king, so to establish the dharma. So Lord left from that, and again, once the Yudhiṣṭhira heard the Lord left from this material world, they also don't want to live in this material world, because they are the great devotees of the Lord. Without the Lord, how can they live? Then Yudhiṣṭhira gave his kingdom to his grandson Parīkṣit Maharaj. Then the Pandavas also left this. They also wanted to go to Himalayas and then to leave the material world peacefully. So they left from there, from the kingdom. So then the kingdom came to Parīkṣit Maharaj. So the Parīkṣit Maharaj, he was also ruling the world like anything. Yes, like properly. Yes, even though the Kali entered, there is no place the Kali can sit there. So in that way, he was protecting the people, protecting the society like anything. So there's the quality of the king. They should give the protection to all the living entities in the kingdom, and nobody can do any mistake. So he was in that way, he was ruling the country. So that type of person is a great devotee also. He is a great devotee of the Lord. So here there is a mention here. So the ideal here, Prabhupada is mentioning, an ideal king thoroughly trained by culture. First, they need to train by culture and devotional service with the martial spirit makes a perfect king. So the king should be trained with the culture. They should know how to respect the people, how to protect the people, and also they should be trained in the devotional service, as well as he should be brave enough to protect the people. So all the things this king should have all these qualities. Then he became a perfect king. And after this, once Mahārāja Parīkṣit got cursed, and once he's going to die in this situation, he's going to die. So the foretelling is, once he died, then there is a chances what will happen. It is now we are opening our kingdom to the Kali can come and attack our kingdom. So that's what this Samika Rishi, he was telling to his Brahmana Bhai. We are opening the base for the Kali to attack our kingdom. So Prabhupada here in mentioning about our current society, current day of democratic way of ruling the countries. Not only in India, all over the world, it is kind of democratic. It is going on where people are talking about democracy. People putting the vote and they are electing the people, electing the king. They may be a president, they may be prime minister. These are all they take the position of the king. But are they really a perfect Kshatriya, like what mentioned by here? Like they should be trained by culture and devotional service and martial spirits to make a perfect king. They are not actually, because the culture first they should have the culture and they should have the devotional service. Many of the countries, they are not ready to accept the Lord's existence also. They become atheist. So how they become, without knowing the Lord's position, without knowing about Lord, they are denying the Lord's existence. How can they become a representative of the Lord? The king should be a representative of the Lord. Then only he can protect the people. They are not ready to accept the existence of the Lord. They become atheistic king. So then definitely they can't protect the people. They won't protect the people. What they will do, what Prabhupada is mentioning, that they will become a thieves only. So thieves means they won't take care of the people and they will take care of themselves. How can I get the vote? How can I loot the people, loot the money of the government? How can I enjoy myself? They will think about themselves only. That's the reason Prabhupada is saying that the king should be well trained in the culture and devotional service with a martial spirit. So then only they can become a perfect king. And in the Kali Yuga, it is not possible to have such a king. Yes, that monarchical king, when Krishna left, the monarchy also completed that time itself. And when Mahārāja Parīkṣit, whatever there, little bit, it also will go like that. The Samika Rishi was telling to his son, Shringi. So the administration, the kingly administration, it should be, the king should be, he should be ideal, he should be a, he's the exemplary way he need to lead the kingdom. So one of the example in Manunidhi Cholan, there is a Tamil Nadu, there is a Chola dynasty. When the Chola dynasty was there, that time there is a king called Manunidhi Chola. So what he did, he used to give the judgment to the people. So one day what happened, his son, he was riding a chariot. That time there is a small calf. The calf, he was jumped into in front of the chariot, and this guy, he ran over the calf, and the calf died there itself. By seeing that, the cow got cried. Immediately he went to his Manunidhi Chola, the palace. So the Manunidhi Chola, what he did, in front of the palace, he kept one bell. So anybody has any problem at any time, they can come 24/7. Anytime the people can come and they can ring the bell. Immediately the king will come and he will give the judgment and he will take care of what is the need. So that is the way the king used to live in this material world. In the olden days, during the Vedic period. So immediately what he did, that Manunidhi Chola, he was there in the palace. The cow also knows that I need to go and get the judgment from this king, because the king's son killed my calf. So immediately the cow ran to the palace and he rang the bell in the palace. Then the king came out from that palace and he saw that the cow is crying and he is ringing the bell. Then he asked what happened. He asked the soldiers to see what happened to the cow. Then by seeing the soldiers, the cow took them to the place where his calf got killed. So then the soldiers understood. They inquired nearby area. Then what happened? They understood that the king's son killed this calf. Then they came and informed the king that your son went in the chariot and ran over the calf. The calf got killed. So even though he was in the current day, there is no judgment is given to the human itself. But during that time, that Manunidhi Chola, he wanted to give the judgment to this cow also. What is the judgment he gave? Okay, that boy, he killed your son. Son killed your calf. The similar way, the boy need to go through that. The boy will run over by this chariot and he will be killed. So even though his son, he is not taking that my son did a mistake, okay, I will save him somewhere. He's not thinking like that. He was not thinking like that. Immediately what he did, he asked his son to lay down on the ground and he ran over the chariot on him and he killed his son. So that is the punishment he gave to, even though he is not his son. So when the king should be ideal like that, because they should not see when the judgment is given, the king's position is like that. They should not take anything personal there. They should give the proper judgment. They should take care of the prajas in the society. So that is their ideal way of running the society, running the kingdom. So there were kings in the Vedic times. They were doing all those things. But current day, the king's position was not led by the proper trained kings. Hare Krishna. Grantharaj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki
Jai.
Hare Krishna.